I want to welcome everyone back to This Old Doom, where we attempt to assign property values to the Doom maps, at least the classic ones. And we've had quite the journey so far. We went through all of Doom 1, including the Ultimate Doom 4th episode, Thy Flesh Consumed. We've gone through all of Doom 2, Hell on Earth. We've gone through all 21 of the master levels for Doom 2. And we just finished the first half of Final Doom, TNT Evolution, which means we're on to the second half of Final Doom, 32 more maps, the Plutonia Experiment. Now, I will say, of all the map sets I just mentioned, I am certainly the least familiar with this. I always felt like this was the weaker of the two Final Doom halves. It's completely different from TNT Evolution aesthetically. But now that I'm older, a little bit wiser, I think revisiting this, I'm going to have a greater appreciation for it. And it's certainly not going to make for weaker content, I can tell you that. So don't take, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, for sure. And just so let's go ahead and make sure that we're nice and centered, because you're going to want to see my beautiful face at all times during this run. Now, we did establish, and you haters out there, I'm sure, are already going to comment on this, that we're just turning on God mode for these, because if we don't, I tend to get a little bit overwhelmed by just trying to complete the level. We've already made concessions within this mod to do that, and so if I still can't do that, that's on me. But we want to focus on the map design, and we want to focus on how much would this fetch and market price. And today we have Congo, which is map 1 of the Plutonia Experiment. Let us begin. Already a completely different aesthetic than TNT Evolution. You can see here, we've got this kind of neutral tone with stone, brick, and wood. I mean, it's pretty cool. And I mean, look at this. You have what is essentially just a nice little fountain area that we're starting off in. Unfortunately, we also have multiple places we can go. So I'm going to go with the open area first. And look, we're greeted by some of the local inhabitants. I think this map set is going to be more on playing the map rather than it is defeating hordes of enemies, with some exceptions. But then again, as I said, not nearly as familiar. We already have an Archvile somewhere. I just heard him. Incredible. To say, is he over here somewhere? I don't know. We don't really have any good weapons right now, but we are invincible, so there's that. Now, one thing we'll note here that I do remember from this game, this thing right here that I'm looking at, that's the exit teleporter, and that's a consistent design that they use throughout this map set, so that you know where the exit is. Because as you know, in a lot of Doom levels, the exit isn't always clearly defined. I think this is going to be a blue door. Okay, let's check over here. I want to know where this bastard Archvile is. And yes, for those of you joining us new to the series, we do have enemy health quite nerfed. Again, this is not necessarily a challenge run or a walkthrough. This is more of an exploration. Now, admittedly, I could have turned no monsters mode on and really made it about exploration, but it is somewhat satisfying to see these enemies get mowed down dozens at a time. As we grab some shells, we'll go back here. Our red key. Just a lot of kind of nondescript spaces, I think, open to interpretation on what you would want to do with them if you bought them. I'm actually kind of surprised at how low the market price is, but this is an opening level. Because, I mean, it's a large space, right? Like, I mean, this is certainly, it does pose some navigational challenges. And some potential hazards as well. Still really curious where that Archvile is. I have a feeling we're going to encounter him before we're ready to. Let's head back down to the main area, because there were a couple paths that we missed out on that could... Oh, there he is! He's just hanging out there by the beginning. So we'll have to find a way around him. I don't have anything with which to shoot him, which is kind of frustrating. So we'll head this way. I want to make sure to take care of him quickly. The mod should disable him being able to resurrect enemies, but that hasn't proven to be the case all the time. I am not a video game programmer. I'm going to shoot at him if I see him. Please die. Okay. I was going to say, dude, you're ruining the vibe. All right. Back down here, we have a pretty interesting area. I think if you unflood this place, could be some nice guest rooms back here, or at least a storage area. But again, since it's so low elevation, probably prone to flooding. And I don't know if this is like groundwater or if it is something more nefarious. It's probably something more nefarious. There's our blue key and our red door. So a lot of branching paths, which I think is going to be a hallmark of this map set, which means we could be lost a lot more than we're used to. Something maybe to get familiar with as we go through this series. I'm going to go up here and grab these items from these little alcoves, because they will count towards our bottom line. And I'm going to assume, bold of me to do so, that this switch is going to lower this blue key. And of course, it's going to trigger more things to pop up, as often happens in Doom. Okay. Back to this general direction. I want to take another look here. If we head back, I want to head back to the OG beginning of the chapter. Oh, we have more people have shown up since we left from these balconies, or they have been woken up. Either way, I can't aim very well. Oh, I guess we can go up here. Pretty nice view. Curious to see what this switch does. We have yet to find our one and only secret in this map. I'm sure that will happen imminently. We got 80% of the items already, and about the same percentage of enemies mowed down, so that's good. Let's go ahead upstairs and head towards where the blue door was, which was this way. I'm already getting lost. This is not a good sign. Pick that guy off. Now, as I stated, that is the exit. We're not ready for it because we've got clearly more enemies to kill and clearly more items to find. So I would like to take a second look here at some of these hallways. Looking at the map, nothing is really sticking out to me, which makes me wonder how difficult is finding these secrets going to be on a regular basis. We've hit... I do know that there's those teleporters that we did not take. And what I'm talking about is over here in this kind of like 4-lane area. Always possible one of these is going to drop us off somewhere. It doesn't look like it. There is some items there, so how do we get over there? They're going to be a teleport. It would have to be a teleporter, right? Unless there's something this way that would lead us that direction, or possibly even this way, which doesn't seem to be the case. I think we do a map check here, and we find out. We start looking at all the places that we didn't go, and that will shed some light on this. One thing that we did also point out a couple episodes ago, probably been about a week now, maybe a little less, was that there are certainly several areas that are just intended for co-op. Okay, this lowered behind me, so we'll grab that. This is an area we just outright didn't go to, and this is my fault. Again, very confusing. Here's the storage areas we know and love. So remember I said there was like kind of a flooded, potentially storage area. Maybe that's a different use case now. And I'm assuming one of these things probably lowers because I definitely see items on top of here. And a shotgun, which would have been helpful a long time ago. And another archvile. They love these here. Okay, our last enemy is an archvile. But that, hey, drives up the price of the property. Now, I already know where the other two items are. We've seen them. And I would imagine that's also going to be our secret area at the same time. So, am I just overthinking it? Like, they're clearly, this is where we need to go, right? So, does this just lower, maybe? It does. That was easier said than done, or easier done than said. Our last secret. Okay. Now we head to the exit. And, you know, a lot of nice natural architecture here. I like the vines. I do like the neutral colors, although some may find that kind of drab. I do like the teleporter. Very cool. But $808,500 is your market price for Congo, made by Milo Casali. And I thought that was a pretty good map. So more to come. We got plenty of Plutonia Experiment maps yet to encounter. And we'll see just how difficult they are to figure out. I have a feeling there's going to be some interesting kind of puzzle dungeons coming up. But we'll see you next time. Make sure to subscribe.